Imagine being jarred out of bed right in the middle of the night by the most, well, obnoxious sound ever. It keeps happening over and over to hundreds of Albuquerque's neighbors. They've had enough. They are fed up. News 13's Kim Holland explains what's going on, and she gets results in tonight's special assignment.
It's hard enough to roll out of bed when the alarm clock jolts you out of a deep sleep. But how about waking up to this? That's what's happening to people who live in the Cottonwood Ranch apartments on Coors.
It's been a pretty consistent problem for the past month.
Marcus Pauda has been losing a lot of sleep over what's going on.
It happens anywhere from midnight to about 6 in the morning. It's a very high-pitched, excruciating, piercing sound. You also have a flashing light going off in your apartment as well.
This awful sound is the fire alarm going off night after night throughout the sprawling complex just across the street from Cottonwood Mall.
And you're probably in your deepest sleep at that point of the night, and you are awakened by a screeching sound.
There's no chance sleeping through this racket.
It's this thing right here.
The alarms are located inside every one of the 400 apartments.
Well, initially I was concerned. I wanted to make sure that I was safe, and so I did exit the building, but after the 10th time, you kind of just get a little frustrated, wondering if it's just another false alarm.
The Albuquerque Fire Department says it responded to the complex 7 times last month alone. No fires, just false alarms.
7 alarm calls is excessive.
The alarm sounds mostly in the wee hours of the morning. On this Sunday morning at 6:38 a.m., the next day at 7:30 and 7:55 in the morning. The following Saturday morning just before 1 a.m., another Sunday morning at 4:30, and 2 more times later in the month. Each time the fire department responds, it sends 2 trucks. It takes them out of service about an hour.
The city of Albuquerque will fine a business or a homeowner if police have to respond to more than 3 false alarms in a year. But the fire department doesn't have an ordinance for that.
It's been tried in the past. It was found not to be effective. It was too time-consuming. The cost wasn't covered.
After we contacted the fire department with residents' complaints, the fire marshal inspected the system and says he didn't find any malfunctions. The fire department wonders if pranksters may be causing all this trouble.
It is a crime that if they are caught, they can be charged with a misdemeanor, 90 days in jail, up to $500 fine.
Residents say at least they're finally meeting their neighbors as they stand out in their pajamas, waiting for the fire department to respond to the alarms. They just wish it wasn't in the middle of the night with screaming kids.
But usually we're not really happy about it when we're having to meet each other at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Residents just don't want to hear the sound again, unless it's saving their lives. Kim Holland, KRQE News 13.
The apartment manager told us the alarm is being activated in one building, but the system sounds the fire alarm throughout all 25 buildings. She said the company doesn't know the cause, but they are updating the alarm system so this doesn't keep happening. She wouldn't, however, say what those upgrades are.